Ladies and gents, welcome back to another episode of Mission Human Excellence. This is episode 7. And today we're going to talk about some of the things that I've learned in the last couple of weeks of just gathering some of the knowledge, some of the things up. And I have some notes with me, so if I'm looking this way, just know I'm looking at my notes. So we're going to talk about some things that is going to get you to the next level, right? The title is The Massive Secret. Well, how massive is it? It's massive enough for me to change my entire structure of business to realign myself into the direction that I really needed to go. See, before I did the exercises that I did the last couple weeks, it's not that I didn't have a vision, it's just my vision was everywhere. If you think about, different things that, we do in our lives, I got a full-time job, right? So I got a vision of growing in that full-time job, obviously, for many reasons. But the biggest reason is continual growth, for me at least. Prove to myself that I can get to the next level. Prove to myself that my hard work is worth it, right? There's a vision for my business. Mission Human Excellence is definitely somewhere where I just want to continue to put out content that helps other people to grow, to expand, to do the things that they need to do, right? So there's that as well. And on top of that, we have a new kid, our first kid, so I don't know what we're doing, so I'm setting a vision on that, setting value visions for my family, doing all these different things really got me thinking, like, I'm a little everywhere, but what if I combine everything together down to the bare bones, and what would happen, right? So for that to happen, this massive secret that I'm going to tell you right now completely got me all the other things that I don't need to worry about. There's so many things that I do that I've done in the last couple weeks or so are just cleaning up with different junk that I had. I'm doing too much. I'm doing the things that don't matter too much, right? So here's a massive secret that's gonna help you. So in this episode, we're gonna talk about some of the things that helped me to get to the place from 2 weeks ago to where I am now. And many people start businesses, right? Many people go into different careers, and the first thing to look at is how much money can I make, right? It's cool, right? Going to whatever it is that you're going into, or insurance, network marketing, or in my case, like engineering, doctor or pharmacist, right? How much money can I make? Pharmacist makes $85 an hour. Oh, that's cool. That's great. Oh my gosh. Engineers, they make 6 figures coming out of college. Ooh, that's great, right? You're already like above average inside of your career, and now you want to start a business, right? Cool. Trading makes a lot of money. Traders makes a lot of money. They show it off all the time, right? Insurance people makes a lot of money. They do that for a living. It's literally the #1 industry that makes millionaires, right? There's so many things. Real estate is not, but until you really understand why, and having a clarity of the things that you're doing, having some clarity on the why, the how, and the who, you are not going to go very far, or you're going to go very far and be miserable, right? So in 2022, I started a business. I was super excited about it. Thinking back at it, it was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna make more money than I made in engineering. I'm gonna quit my job, because at the time I hated my job. I will do anything to quit my job, right? If I can replace that income, I'm gone, right? So I found a way to replace my income, find a way to finally live life with purpose, right? I'm gonna start a nonprofit, but at the same time, I'm gonna start a business that's gonna help me live just a free life, financial free life, location free life. I don't have to worry about where I work, all that good stuff. So at the end of 2021, I had a taste of it. In 2022, I started that business with another person, right? I was so caught up in how much money I can make, what the financial status would be, how my life would look like. I probably didn't have enough clarity on the things I needed to have, right? Obviously, there's a reason why why I did the business that I did, and there's a reason why I wanted to leave the job that I wanted to leave. But I didn't have enough clarity to see some of the red flags that the partner had, right? Obviously, if it needs to go the way it needs to go, it would have been profitable, but there's some red flags that I missed, and there were some clarity things that I didn't really have at that point. Right now, thinking back, it's like, well, if I had some clarity, I would have known to not done that, right? Hindsight's 2020. I'm gonna leave that there. And then after that, this is still, on the journey for me to get more clarity, do the things I need to do. Starting a network marketing business. It was like, my best friend was like, hey, come start this business with me. We're gonna do it together. We're gonna run it and all that good stuff. But it's cool to have a business with your friend, but if it's not the business that you want to do, or it's not the business that really aligns to what your heart center values are, it's gonna be very hard to run that business. It's gonna feel like work, right? It's gonna feel like a lot of things that you don't want to do. It's gonna feel like you're scamming people at some points, because they're selling products that's not yours. Or in my experience, I didn't have the results with the products just yet, and I was, in a way, I was on the affiliate side, so I was talking about things I shouldn't be talking about. So there's definitely no clarity in that. So today, after a mentor has walked me through some things, guided me through some things, there's that massive secret, right? That massive secret again, that I'm going to talk to you guys about, and you guys need to know to get to the next level, because the secret took me from no idea what I'm doing into business to now having a business that aligns to my core values and really understand what God said me to do, right? So like I said earlier, the massive secret is clarity. And you don't have to, first of all, right, let me get clear on this one point. You don't have to get clear on everything that you need to do, but you do have to get a clarity, not just on, let me get clear on the next step, right? Not let me get clear on, the next 4 steps, but have a grasp on the soul of your business. Get clear on the core of your business, right? You don't have to get clear on how to get there and do all that stuff, but you gotta get clear on the core of your business. So in here, I'm gonna take you through 3 things that I've asked myself the last couple of weeks. I've journaled through quite a lot, really, the last couple of weeks, and hopefully it helped you as much as it helped me, and hopefully it's gonna bring you some value to the world of business, to career, or anything that you're doing. So those 3 things, the 3 things that you need to get clear on is your why of your business. And talk to you in a bit to really figure out what the why of the business is. It's not what personal development gurus are telling you, but it's the soul that runs the business and keeps it going. Number 2 is the who, the person that's going to listen to your why, who you are talking to. And 3 is how you're going to convey that message, how you're going to talk to your who, the person that cares about what you have to say. How can you convey that message? So let's dive in, shall we? Why are you doing this business? Like I said, it's not what personal development gurus say. Why do you want to do this? Oh, I want to do this because I want a Lamborghini. Yeah, it's cool. You're gonna get that. But why is there business? Why are you doing your business? Why does your business exist? Right? So here's the thing. It's not the big why that really pushes you. That's not the why I'm talking about here. It's not the why that's so big that scares you, like what all the personal development gurus say. That's not the why I'm talking about here. The why is the soul of your business. So we're humans, right? Humans are special. We have this thing called a soul that God gave us. In Genesis 1, I will forever refer back to that verse. We're made in God's image. We're made with the soul. All the other animals, we can connect with them on a certain level, but human to human, we connect on a spiritual level. There's a spirit inside of us. There's soul inside of us, right? So if there's no soul in your business, you are not going to connect with another human being. So in my brand, So the way I'm building personal brand is to connect more people. And in order for me to connect people together, we need to make sure that there's a why behind my business that I'm doing in Mission Human Excellence, right? So for example, for me, right? The why of this business is simply to answer the call to this mission called Human Excellence. And not only just for me, right? But for everybody who wants to break the generational cycles, generational habits, or if you want to call it the generational curses. You want to be that person in your family tree that breaks all of this stuff. Not only to live an excellent life for themselves, but live an excellent life for all the generations to come after me, after you, after the person that breaks out of the cycle, right? You want to give a better life to all of those people, but you got to do it first, right? And that's why I started Mission Human Excellence. It's about excellence instead of all of us want to break that cycle and completely change the family tree. Like, I know I'm the one that to change family tree. I know you are too. So I'm just bringing all of us together. Whatever it is that you're doing, we can break the family tree. It's better together, right? It's a community. It's a place where we can gather, right? So now I just told you what Mission Human Excellence and the why behind it, right? So if you ask me and I tell you, well, I started this business because I want to gather a bunch of people who are willing to answer the call to human excellence and want to break their generational curses, want to just break free of all the things that they had past generations so they can be that one in their family tree. You feel something out of it, right? And then another person asked me a question and I can answer. Yeah, it's a personal development course. There's a difference there, right? There's a difference. So next time when people ask you, hey, what do? You can answer what your company and what you're doing is going to do for the other person or going to do for the world. That is a lot more intriguing than, I have a personal development program in my case, right? I do podcast. Fun. So does my guy next door. You guys should collab, because I don't, anyways, right? There's nothing to it. There's no soul to it. There's no spirit to it. It's dry. It's boring, and don't be that, right? That's why the why to your business is so powerful, right? Now you're like, I just work a career. I just work my 9 to 5. But understand, why you do the things at from your 9 to 5. Why are you doing that? What's the soul? What's the purpose behind that, right? Why do you want to work in your 9 to 5? Like, you can just simply not do it, right? So yes, a lot of us aren't really enjoying our jobs simply because we lost the spirit behind why we're doing it, right? There's some truth when these personal development people are saying, why you're doing what you're doing is so important, because it does bring joy. It does bring the next level of focus and the kick to it, right? But here's the thing: if you lost your soul to your career, you're not going to perform as good as the person who has it. And the promotion is it's not gonna go to you. It's gonna go to the person who actually wants to perform at the job, right? So if you're just going to a job to go to the job, then I would probably invite you, start looking for things and start seeing why and purpose and why you're really doing the things that you're doing. Why you're here at this job, contributing to this job specifically, in this career specifically. Why are you doing that? Because at the end of the day, our career is a business, right? I see my career as a business. I see my employer as my customer. My customer pays me, right? And I gotta perform to the best of my ability for my customer. And that's the way we should see our careers. We should see our jobs, right? Obviously, it'll help when there's commission to it. If you have commission to it, that it will help, right? But I don't have commission to it. I know a lot of people don't have commission to it. But but still, we gotta see it the way that, we gotta get to the next level. We gotta make sure our customer is satisfied so they can trust us and pay us more to do the work that of the next level, to do better work, to eventually grow into a place where we can contribute more than what they're investing in us, right? That's a customer business relationship, right? That's our career. Now, I got sidetracked, but here it is. The first part is really get clear on your why, the soul of your business, right? Your business has a soul, your career has a soul. You really gotta get clear on that soul. And then after you get clear on that soul, you're gonna be like, who am I doing this for? You're gonna need to find out who you're doing this business for. And typically when you have a business, especially a business like mine, where it's about lifestyle, where it's about connecting with other people, it's very simple for me, right? Mission, human, and excellence is for the other person that knows they are here to break that generational curse. They're that guy in their family tree. And this podcast, this business is for that guy that knows that they're going to be that person in that family tree. I'm looking for Ed Milet, right? I'm looking for Andy Frisella, or whatever their personal development. Why do I think of Andy Frisella? That's so weird. I haven't watched this stuff for like 6 years. Anyways, I'm looking for people like that, right? I'm looking for Ed Milet. I'm looking for, Tony Robbins. I'm looking for people who's willing to change their lives from just flip them 180, right? I'm looking for those people who are there to do the things that they need to do to break generational curses. That's who I'm doing this for. So I know mission, human, excellence. That's what I'm doing it for, right? So, who are you doing your business for? If you're an insurance business, who are you doing it for? I know one of my friends who, and one of my brothers, he's doing it because he's doing his insurance business because he has a story about his family losing most of their business due to a sudden death, right? Sudden death of a family member who owns a business, and now they gotta sell a bunch of the business just to pay off the taxes and all the Uncle Sam stuff, right? Now he's passionate about what he's doing because he knows the people needs this because he's experienced something that's traumatic, and he's experienced something that gave him a deep sense of soul to what he's doing, right? Compared to another insurance agent that I know. Why did he do it? He said, this is just a career. It's just something that I'm doing. I think this is a good business and I'm going to go into it. See, there's a difference here, right? You probably want to know, what happened to my brother here? What happened to my brother here that got him this passionate about it? Or you go talk to the other person and be like, oh, he's had a good career. And I'm like, oh, I don't want that career. Yeah, I'm good, right? So there's a difference here. I don't want to buy something from you just because you said this is a good career. I want to buy something from you because you connected with my soul, right? So in this episode, I've said it enough times, but I hope I've connected with the soul, with you, so you've connected with me, and that you can see why I'm starting this business. And if you're the person that want to change your family tree, and the person that that you are going to be that person changing your family tree, this is a place for you, right? And if somebody who has a business, who really want to protect their business and not pay most of their debts and taxes by selling their business, I got a friend that you can contact, right? That's why the purpose behind things is so important. Now, come to your jobs. Your jobs, right? Who are you doing your job for? Most of the time it's for an employer. And I'll be real, right? I have a job, and most of the time I do things because my employer wants me to do something. And that's okay, right? Employer has a business purpose, right? Employer is setting different small tasks for different people. You kind of just have to go with the flow and understand that this is going to a bigger pot of the centralized business that has a bigger vision and bigger goal, right? So that's just your contribution to it. But it does help when the corporation or the business and all that stuff, they let you know what their goals are, that they're transparent with what they're doing, that they want you to know that your contribution is worth all the value that you're putting in, all the time and effort that you're putting in, right? It does help, right? But here's another question that you can ask, right? Especially for your career, and for your business as well. If you want to start a business like this, or start a business in any industry, start a business in doing anything really. Here's a question that one of my mentors asked me, and I'm gonna relay that to you. That changed my entire course of how I think about what business should be, right? So the question is, who do you have the heart for? So who do you have the heart for? Most likely, you're gonna have your heart set on the person that you are 5 years ago. That's perfect, right? Especially in this personal development space, in a space where, in a content space, I want to help people that was 5 years behind me, pull them to where I am today in a short amount of time. In Mission Human Excellence, I want you to skip all the mistakes that I made with the limo service business, with all the failed dropshipping business that I had, with all the other failed endeavors that I've encountered. I want you to make sure you're not making the same mistake that I made by me giving you the stories, the content, the value, and you just skip steps to where I am. It took me 5 years to get to where I am. I hope, I pray, and I cannot emphasize more that this 5 years, I only want you to take 5 weeks, 5 days if possible, right? So I want to shorten that period of time from where I was today to where I am now. To for you, for this amount of time, I want you to shorten it to about this amount of time. That's why this is what it is, right? That the person I have a heart for is me 5 years ago, like lost and not knowing what I'm doing in business, to today I have a set goal on the things I need to do and making content about it, right? And there's other things that I need to continue to do, right? In your career, well, let me just tell you a story, right? One of the old engineers I used to work with, he goes to work every day. He's on time all the time. He is one of the best engineers I've ever known, right? He started with nothing. He would tell me his story one time. He said, he started with nothing. There were a lot of kids in his household, right? His grandparents wouldn't really be able to afford too much because they're not that wealthy. They're not that, they were just poor. And so he shows up to work. He would leave, probably the last one to leave, right? And I would see him just constantly like being the hardest worker out there, understanding the most, studying the most about different things, figuring out the questions, and just really understand like his stuff. And one time I was just talking to him. He's like, "Hey, what's going on? Like, how do you have the work ethic that you have?" He's like, my grandparents never spoiled me with anything, so now I have grandkids. He said, he has grandkids now, and he doesn't want the same to happen for him to happen to his grandkids. So that's why he works hard. He's why he works hard to get to the next level, to get to the top of the company. He's the top engineer of the company, right? There's a VP of engineering, and the VP of engineering asked him for all the engineering advice. And the purpose of him getting up there is not because he wants a certain level of esteem or like degree or this and that. He got up there because he wants to spoil his grandkids, right? That's his purpose. That's his why. That he's doing it for his grandkids, right? He's doing it for his grandkids. Now, see, I don't know if I want to emphasize this point more, but the who you're doing it for gives your why the personification of it, right? So your why is the soul of the things that you do. The soul of the things that he does is so he can give, he can have money to spoil his grandkids. He's doing it for his grandkids, right? And for you, for my business, I'm doing this so I can build a community full of people. It's always about the people, right? The people who are breaking generational curses, who are the one in their family's tree. I'm doing it for those people. And then after you say your why, you say your who, now it's how you're going to convey that message to other people, especially for someone building a personal brand. Now, the key word here is enrollment. How do you convey the message to another person, not just for them to listen to it, but for them to come and join you in their vision, in your vision, to expand it so it becomes their vision, right? The key word is enrollment. It's like being persuaded, being influenced, but people are a lot more invested when they're enrolled. There's a level of commitment to it. There's a level of they're almost as committed as you are into the vision that you want to build, right? And those are the people you want to find. And now, for me, building a personal brand is, how do I convey the message to the people that I care about? Yes, we got to put out messages. Yes, we got to go talk to people. Yes, we got to go networking and all that good stuff. I know sometimes I hate it. I don't know if you do as well, but going out there and talking to people sometimes is exhausting for me. I'm naturally introverted. Yes, I can talk in front of the camera like this, but when you go out there and put me outside in front of people, some of the past habits, I would say, because they're not traumas really, they're just past habits of who I was, will come out. I'm naturally shy, so if you compliment me, I'm most likely gonna run away from you, right? There's things that sounded so weird, but there are things that you do that can trigger me inside a certain way that I don't want to go talk to that many people. So it's okay, but we gotta go talk to people. We gotta go put ourselves out there. We gotta not just put ourselves out there to put ourselves out there, but vulnerably put ourselves out there, transparently put ourselves out there, right? You gotta constantly speak about your why, and that's what I did in this episode, right? Why I do Mission Human Excellence. You gotta constantly talk about your why, put it in front of people, and see who comes and joins you on this journey to whatever it is that you're doing, right? You gotta keep talking about the things that other people care about, that's aligned to your value and your why, and all the things that you got going on. And then the biggest thing is making sure that they're enrolled into the vision that you are, right? For my brother who's doing insurance, I know that they're enrolled into his vision when he speaks about it and they listen and get a policy from him, right? I know they're enrolled into the same vision because now they want to be protected as well. They don't want the same thing happen to his family to happen to their own family, right? And for me, for me to enroll other people into this vision is simply by sharing my message. Continue to glorify God in my message, and people who glorifies God and people who want to break the cycle, they'll come and join me. I believe that they are coming and joining as we put out more stuff out there. And it's not about I, it's more about we. It's less about what I can do. It's more about what we can do as a community, what God can do for us, right? So there's a lot of things that we can do to really get the message clear. But the first thing is we gotta understand what our soul is, right? If I didn't understand what my soul is, all I know is this is a personal development program, there wouldn't be passion behind this. There wouldn't be the emotion behind this. It wouldn't have connected with anybody out there except for maybe my mom. And my mom doesn't even speak English, so not even her, right? This is why so many people, you know, start doing the business and they just fail miserably, because they don't have a why to it. They're not understanding who they're doing it for, and then they're not conveying that message enough to other people, so no one knows about them. And this is where networking really happens. This is where marketing happens. And you know, if you want to get other people to be as committed as you, to expand your part of the God's kingdom, you really have to start talking about what your why is, what the soul of this purpose is, soul and the purpose of your business is. So, and continue to just share and share and share. So, I did my part for the day. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Which was your favorite part? And this is gonna be the official launch of Mission Human Excellence. You know, a lot of people say people in their 20s should get their advice from people in their 30s. Today is that turning mark for me, from my 20s to my 30s. So hopefully this little bit of advice will help you just get clear on what you want to do with whatever it is that you're doing. So thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. And until next time, I'm super excited to be doing more of these, and more are definitely coming. And there's going to be a lot more things coming up as well. And I'm excited for all that stuff. So thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, hit the like, hit the subscribe. It's going to help me so much. It's going to help this community so much. It's going to help us to connect with more people who are on the same vision as us. So thank you so much. Until next time. Peace.